Hello, everybody. Welcome to the AMFAW Chat number 19. And our special guest this evening was going to be Scout Gunner, but he's having some technical difficulties. Our friend Budget Bugout is AWOL, so if anybody sees him, capture him, call the MPs, and get him down to the brig ASAP. As usual, it's the three of the four are here already. I'm Ted Owens, and I'm one of the primary administrators on the AMFAW channel. And joining me are Jarhead6 and the Alabama Owens, and there's Mr. AWOL right there.
Yeah.
And so Budget Bugout did make it good. And so Alabama Owens, you want to do your introduction?
Sure. I am the Alabama Owens. I make YouTube videos. I always feel like I'm at a AA meeting when I do this. My channel is mostly budget prepping, firearms, survival type things, really things that interest me. Budget Bugout and I talked about it last week, though. The funny thing is the most watched video on my channel is a Jeep hardtop hoist. But that's not what the content of my channel really is. So if you haven't checked me out, check me out. Got quite a few videos. I just passed a milestone a couple of weeks ago of 1,000 subs, and going to be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway in conjunction with the Mfile channel, and I'll leave it at that. I'll let Ted talk a little bit about that, and that's pretty much it.
So how about our distinguished Marine Corps friend? Do you want to do your introduction?
Hey, Semper Fi, brothers. So I'm Jarhead6. As Ted said, I'm a retired Marine, and I do videos about whatever I feel like it. Sometimes, usually it's about tactics, weapons, prepping, pretty much whatever comes to my mind, and I think it's going to help people out. I make a video on it. So I appreciate all the new subscribers. I got a bunch of subscribers this month, so I really, really appreciate it. And it's taking me a little bit to answer a lot of the comments. I'm sorry about that. I'm getting a bunch of them, and if you don't know, I'm going to school for my MBA for a master's degree, so it's taking a lot of my time. But I appreciate the support, though.
And what about our friend Budget Bugout? How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah.
Look what I've done to the Red Cross. I've ruined it.
Are you the official Red Cross zombie preparedness spokesperson now?
I am being groomed to take over as an instructor to it's called the Red Cross Club. I'm still learning about it. This was my first thing today, but yeah, it's basically for have you heard of the Boys and Girls Club? It's they're right next to the Red Cross, so they head over once a month over to this class or this club or whatever that they have, and right now the theme is zombie apocalypse. But
you got the right guy for it.
I was going to say right up your alley, right?
Exactly. Yep. So I guess my introduction is I'm Budget Bugout, and my most watched videos are my zombie apocalypse survival kits by far, and then also do I have little bag, sort of bug out bag kind of stuff, and I also have like Altoid tin, smaller, type of survival kits, and then, but those are just sort of just to kind of see, exercise and try to see what you can do, if you're ever in a survival situation, what kind of items you need. But I also am in the military, as many of you all have been a part of, and active duty Air Force. Now helping out with the Red Cross, and I do serious stuff too. And what's that?
And you're also helping out with the AMFAW channel.
Yes, Trying to. And I'm doing things once a month, actually twice a month, with SEER, which is a survival, evasion, rescue, escape. It's a special forces where I help augmentee about that, because not that I'm expert on any of these things, but they're all very fascinating to me. So these are the kind of things that I'm into, and as I learn, I try to transfer it on to my subscribers. So.
One of the best courses I ever took in the military was the SEER school.
Then Scott never took that course. That's way too hardcore for me, man.
Well, no, I didn't get the full deal. We got like a 2-day kind of a thumbnail sketch kind of a training, and boy, that kicked a hole in me.
But you need to touch base with JJ over at Reality Survival. You know, he was a SEER instructor.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just found that out. Yeah, he did a video on that, or maybe I just came across a video recently. But I was like, goodness gracious, like this guy instructor. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Hey, do you think budget? You know, my boy was asking me to make a video on zombie surviving a zombie invasion, like children related. You know, how to prepare your boy for it. So I thought it was funny because you do those kind of videos. So. I mean, I know how to prepare for something. You know, I got a Glock. That's how I
see that. But does your wife have a Glock? That's the question.
She does too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, family that Glocks together stays together.
Yeah, man. At the rate that I'm going, pretty soon my dogs are gonna have Glocks too. But yeah, man, it was funny because my boy was asking me. He's like, you should do a video on how to prepare your kid for a zombie invasion, just playing around. And I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but it was just funny.
I tell you what, I did my zombie. I've said this before. I did it as a joke. My bug out bag was not ready. I got a new backpack, and I wanted to see what would happen if, like, hey, you know, what would happen? I don't know why I did it, but I did it. And it worked. Like, people were interested in it, and I was kind of interested in it too, because I mean, I made it. It was cool. You know, it puts the cool into something that not necessarily always a subject that's as cool. It basically makes something that I'm interested in look a lot cooler than it really is. You know.
Yeah.
So before we get too far in, I want to do our verse for the evening. I want to tell Uzi 9mm, I hope you're feeling better. I see that you're sick on the couch. And so we're going to, afterwards, I'm going to close our eyes in the after chat and ask for a little blessing on your behalf. And I don't know how Gary Mandovan has the nerve to even enter this chat and say hi to everybody when none of us got an invitation to go hog hunting.
I know.
Yeah. Hey, he gave us a shout out though, so that was good.
Yeah, he did. We did. We love us some Gary.
Yeah,
So
they look like they have fun though.
So the verse of the night is going to be Isaiah 7, and it's going to be chapter 8. And this is all about volunteers, and we know that we're an all volunteer military now. And so chapter 8 says, Then I heard the Lord asking, Whom shall I send as a messenger to my people? And I said, Lord, I'll go, send me. And so that kind of speaks to the nature that a lot of folks especially in the YouTube that are putting these videos up in our prepper community and our gun community are doing it to help. They're doing it voluntarily. No one's making them do it. They're doing it because it's the right thing to do. And so I thought that'd be an appropriate verse for tonight. Now, our guest tonight was going to be Scout Gunner, and you see him in the chat right there. He said hi. Scout had some technical difficulties and couldn't join, but we're trying to get him on, at a later date. Probably next time I come back into rotation, I'll try to get him on. He's got some fascinating stories to share, and just some old school Vietnam, how it was in the day, kind of stuff there. That would be awesome to kind of share with our younger guys. So, and I see Handgun Newbie made it great. Anybody have anything going on right now? What about you, Alabama? Owens, you have anything huge going on that you want to share?
The biggest two things that I've got going on, I've been kind of missing for about a week now on YouTube. Been really busy at work, but I just got a package in the mail today from JJ over at Reality Survival. And guys, he's doing something really cool. If you're in his top subscriber circles, you have an opportunity to win something from him each month. And last month I won, and so I received a package today in the mail. And so I have a Safeguard Ghost body armor that just arrived today. And this is the wearable type that goes under normal clothes. It's a level 2 protection, and it has yes, level 2 protection and level 1 stab protection. So it's got a little chainmail inside of it. So I'm going to be doing a video on that in the next couple of days. And I've got some goodies that have come in. Let me see if I can switch it over to me.
I'm digging that.
This is a 7.5-inch barrel that I believe is going to go on my Ares Armor 80%.
You're not going to have that long enough to put that barrel on it.
It was legal when I bought it. So I'm hoping I get to keep it. And I've instructed the wife that if I get it built and the BATF comes knocking on the door, to quickly disassemble it and hand them the lower. But that's about all I got going on right now. That and the upcoming announcement this weekend for the joint My Channel and Mfile Channel 1,000 subscriber giveaway.
I can go ahead and kind of let some of that out of the bag now, because the folks that are in our chat are kind of part of our intimate group anyway. So we're still spitballing. We're still kind of trying to decide how exactly we're gonna do the giveaway, because we want to come up with something pretty cool, and that kind of makes it a little bit more friendly to our interactive group. And by the interactive group, I'm talking about folks like Gary Mandevan and Van Prepper, and folks that are putting content out and part of our family, part of that AMFAW clique. So we are
one of the cool kids.
Yeah, like, the kids that sit at our table. So we are definitely going to give away an AR-15 lower, courtesy of the Alabama Owens. I have a lower parts kit, buffer tube, buttstock, pistol grip, all that I will send along with that. We have a 72-hour Wise food packet here. This is for 2 people for 72 hours. That's going to be part of the prize packet. There will be a small cook stove type survival deal that complements the Serbian army, and of course some AMFAW T-shirts and stuff like that. So that prize packet is going to gain some steam as it goes along, of course, and we'll make that announcement probably Friday or Saturday to kind of see how you're going to qualify for it, and it's going to be, and I could be mistaken, but right now we're kind of thinking winner take all kind of an event here, where we load somebody up with just a massive package. So we'll see how it plays out. What about you, Budget Bug Out? What are you? I know you've got your hands out in 15 different directions right now. You want to kind of put your arms around it and tell everybody?
Yes, I guess let's see, the most obvious one is my last video. I'm doing another giveaway this time. All you have to do is just subscribe to my channel and just leave a comment in the video. I try to mix it up between those type of videos and then videos where I'm giving shout-outs where you have to subscribe to other channels, just so that I'm giving back to the community and also giving to my subscribers. So I try to balance those things out. And as far as upcoming videos go, this summer I plan on unveiling my bug out bag. I was about to say budget bug out bag, but it's actually not budget because it's taken me a year to create. But I'm the closer than that will be my it's my EDC/go bag. Basically, it's the bag that I'm going to leave, by the door kind of thing, so I can grab it and go. So it's a compact, similar to some of my other compact kits, but this one is not just for show. It's not for it's not zombified. It's this
So
something
not,
I'm actually going to use.
it's not your bob. It's your bug out bag. It's your gag bag. Your grab and go bag.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard of that phrase before, but sounds about right. It'll be my kind of my go bag or everyday carry bag. Not sure which way I'm going to lean more towards, but so I'm still going to be doing like a giveaway about every month because
Yeah, well,
of
you're
my
doing
different
your
companies.
6,000 sub giveaway right now, and you just hit 7. So
Yeah, it hit 7 today,
Yeah,
so very
do
thankful.
you have the money to keep up with your YouTube subscriber base there? Because I mean, you get 6 out of the way, 7. It's time you get 7 out of the way, you're going to be at 10. And when you get 10 out of the way, you're going to have to do something spectacular for 50. And so I don't know. I don't know what you're going to come up with.
The way that I mitigated that, being a budgeted channel, I don't have. I don't know if people know this, so I guess I'll just tell the intimate, family here that are on the chats. But I am and will and have been on a spending freeze, which means other than food and free movie tickets that we've acquired, for date night or whatever. I can talk about that. We didn't end up going. I wanted to do a video on that of lighting it on fire, but I didn't want that to go somehow that be back to Miley Cyrus gives tickets to veterans. Look at this YouTube video. This veteran lighting it on fire. We've got a panel of experts here. What do you think? Do you think that was a good thing for that veteran to do as a way of, I didn't want that to happen. I don't know. I always think worst case scenario.
Send them this way. I'll burn them for you, my friend.
yeah, really.
Because I have literally called her a train wreck in one of my videos before anyway. So.
Well, I probably shouldn't have given them to somebody else who wanted to see them. I should have just let them be empty seats out there. But I just gave them away to someone else who wanted to go. But let's see, what was I going to say? So being on a spending freeze, I had to kind of get creative, and I have contacted companies saying, hey, if you want to send me something, I can put in a survival kit, or I can do a review on it, things like that, or I can put it into a giveaway format. So that's what these little milestones are. Whenever I hit whatever 1,000 or just the once a month kind of thing, I am using these sponsorships and partnerships to make a giveaway. That way, none of it is coming out of my pocket. But this summer, hopefully, I'm probably going to hit. I don't know when I'm going to hit 10,000. I can only guess. But if I hit 10,000 when my spending freeze ends, that would be cool, because then I can actually, design a giveaway and make it pretty cool. Using my own money. Going to the store, or going online or whatever. But anyways, sorry for taking up so much time for talking about that. But that's sort of what I got going on.
I'm gonna do you a little bit of a favor, brother, because I think so much of you. Look, I'm gonna pass the hat around, everybody. So let's get budget bug out a few bucks.
You think that would work? But the spending for any money I make, including YouTube money, I can't touch. I'm not allowed to touch. That's part of the spending.
Hey, that's actually a very good idea, man. Because the way this country is going, they may stop your pay pretty soon. So they have tried in the past.
You think worst case scenario? You're making it worse for me. You make me even more paranoid.
You know what I think is funny, man? We talk about these bags. Like, I don't know, but it's kind of hard for me to keep up. There's so many different types of bags out there. Like, like get home bag, EDC bag, this thing bag. Like, can you guys just have a bag with
Nope.
some survival things and that's it?
I gotta have a bunch of them, and my EDC bag, and I really do have an EDC bag that goes to work with me every day, and if I leave the house, it goes in the truck with me.
I see that one. I see that one having a purpose, but but not everything else. There's like get home bag. What's the difference between EDC and get home bag?
Well, the Get Home has a few things in it that my EDC doesn't. I actually have a pair of boots in the Get Home bag, and I keep my wool socks in the Get Home bag. I've got a little mess kit in the Get Home bag. That's not in my EDC bag. So now I've got, the EDC bag sits next to me in the passenger seat, but in the back is the Get Home bag, and the EDC bag actually goes inside the Get Home bag if I had to use it.
Okay.
Have you done a video on that?
I just I seen a lot of bags out there.
Yeah, it's a very old one, no budget. You probably hadn't seen it. It needs to be updated anyway.
Circle back, double tap the feed with it again. It wouldn't hurt a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find the best, less messy angle. I don't know if you can see the gun safe back there in the corner next to the dryer, which is.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the pants hanging over the ironing board there behind you.
Hey, those are my everyday. That's the treadmill. That's what the treadmill.
Oh, okay.
Let me move that out of there.
They make great clothes racks, don't they?
Well, those pants have built-in knee pads in them. And hang on a second, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Pretty cool, actually, pretty cool. I wear them for work.
Well, see, I'm glad you guys understand this. Whenever I say things like that, people really give me a hard time when I'm like, "Hey, you should, these pants are great. They have built-in knee pads." Oh, really?
Well, those help you get a raise, Marty.
Exactly.
But the knee pads do not come out in these pants, and
I was in the Marine Corps. We didn't get those kind of things there, Ted. That's our Army and Air Force gear.
Hey, all I can say is
I knew that was coming.
Welcome to the private sector. So what I like about them more than anything is you see the pocket on the front here. You have your regular pocket, but you can also reach inside and pull a flat pocket out, so you can put your phone and all that stuff here pinned when you're working and still have access to this pocket. But it's made by a company called Needs, Kneeds. They're really good pants. They're a whole different level of hot because they are FR, fire retardant, and very, very heavy. And would I drag them along with me if I was to bug out? Probably not. I'd probably have to go something a little bit lighter weight than that. But for work, when you're kneeling a lot and doing some inspections and crawling around on equipment and trucks and stuff like that, they come in pretty handy. And but the reason they were hanging over there is you can't throw them in the dryer because they got those neoprene knee pads inside them and they make the whole dryer smell like neoprene. So she air dries them for me because I have an awesome wife.
She's standing in the doorway.
She's right outside the room, right outside.
Yep. Understood. Hey, Ted and okay, Marty. Ted, if you'll check the internal.
I gotta find it.
You guys like my new pen? They say the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh, cool.
This was in one of the packages that I got. This is it says drillsergeant.com. I don't know if there's more of them on there, but it's a bazooka pen. Did this what you write with in the Marine Corps? I see it's like a bazooka pen.
No, we write with the enemy's blood.
I thought that's what makes the grass grow.
Yeah.
Blood.
It's okay. We all love the Devil Dogs. They're cool guys. So,
yeah,
hey, I don't know if you guys, you guys know, but for the guys who are watching, if you guys haven't checked out Van Prepper giveaway, he's doing a crazy giveaway. It's like, I think it's like up to 4 packs right now, and each pack has like a ton of survival gear. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go ahead and check him out and check out his giveaway. It's pretty awesome. Van Prepper.
Yeah, and you know the cool stuff about that is all the Van bought the packs, and then all the contents have been donated by other channels. So it's pretty cool, and some nice stuff in there too.
Yeah. You probably spent a lot of money by now, man. 4 packs and all that shipping and.
Yeah, those things are going to be heavy to ship too, with what some of them got in them.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna take him like 6 months to recover his money.
I got special permission. I keep saying permission. Obviously,
Say it what you mean. Say what you mean.
Yeah.
We're all married here.
yeah, exactly. But for shipping, you know, because it's outside the spending freeze or whatever. But it can add up. You know, I'm just sending small stuff, and it can cost some money. So.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you send bullets, man, rounds. You have to pay that extra fees and stuff.
I don't know.
I bet you're gonna find out tomorrow, right, Ted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, but if you go to the UPS hub, my hub doesn't ask a whole lot of questions, and they don't charge extra. They haven't ever before. Now watch, I've said it on YouTube, and they're going to charge extra now. But even if you tell them,
fee, I think, but
no, but the hub that I go to, even if you tell them, there's no extra.
I may try that because I went to the place where I do all the shipping, and no, we can't do that. So I went to the FedEx office, the FedEx place, and said, hey, I want to ship this, and she says, not here. I said, who does that? She says, nobody. Nobody.
Oops.
And so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
UPS, but go to the hub. You'll have better luck there.
Yeah. I had to call the 1-800 number, and I had to travel. Well, not travel, but I drove like 30 minutes away, and I think I paid what, $19 to mail a few, 500 rounds or 22.
To send $20 worth of 22.
Yeah. What I spent pretty much on the 22, I spent it on shipping it too. So, but it is what it is. Somebody's gonna have fun with it.
I sent a pack to Hawaii. That was cheap.
I bet.
But actually, I think it cost me like $60 to ship the thing. I mean, it was.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's okay. I mean, because it's Hawaii Volcano Squad wanted him in my 100 sub giveaway, I think it was, and I think he did a vid on it too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he featured it in one of his videos. So yeah, it's a nice pack. So.
Yeah, I wanted to do that for my first giveaway. I wanted to say anyone in the world can win it, but that was quickly vetoed. My lack of shipping knowledge was so anything that you see in like rules and regulations and stuff, it's not just me who runs this channel.
Yeah.
Well, no,
understood.
When you start trying to get shipping fees to send something to Sierra Leone, it tends to take the UPS man a little while to figure that one out.
Well, but you do, Budget. You've got quite a few international viewers too, don't you?
I know. I'm not sure about like how many that's in the analytics or whatever. So occasionally I'll check that, but I really know when people are not in the lower 48 whenever I do a giveaway because it's in the comments.
Yeah.
What are you doing back there? Are you field stripping that Glock? You just racking the slide? Is that what's going on?
Oh yeah, I'm creating muscle memory. Just because I'm retired doesn't mean I'm still a fighting machine. I got that devil dog blood inside me, so I need to create muscle memory.
Yeah, so start with that. He's going to build up to hanging upside down, blindfolded.
Yeah, it takes 3,000 times. Well, I went to so many courses in the Marine Corps, and they always say something different. Well, the last one that I went, I think they said it takes 3,000 times to create muscle memory. So that's what I'm trying to do. You'll find yourself in a situation where you gotta, strip this Glock at nighttime. That's how you gotta have muscle memory to do that.
That
So.
explains why I'm so good at eating cheeseburgers without biting my fingers. I can eat a cheeseburger blindfolded upside down in the dark and never even bite my finger.
It's good.
Yeah.
I can field strip the pickles off of a quarter pounder and almost nothing flat.
Oh man.
It must be true then, what they say.
Mm-hmm.
3,000 times. I've got the cholesterol to prove it.
So budget. Let me ask you. Do you know why? Yeah, I guess you're kind of in a different niche than the rest of us. I'm probably closest to crossing over into yours, but is it because you have so much bushcraft related stuff that you have the non-U.S. viewers? You think?
Why do I have none? What? Someone just taking a picture of me. Is that why you asked me that question? Does it throw me off? I don't know. I never really thought about why. It might just be. It might be because it is a different niche, and because I deal with things other than guns. I've said before that my channel is not a gun channel, although I do put that in there because I know that there is a huge overlap, and I like guns, obviously, and I have them, but that's not the focus. You know, me being, I think you can tell just by what branch of the military I'm in. You know that things that I'm more familiar with and things that I'm not more familiar with.
I could tell from the haircut.
That too, yeah, it's a little longer than some of the others. But yeah, I think it's just because I'm not doing the here's another gun. You know, I love guns, America kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that to be
What's wrong with
whatever. I think a lot of Americans, that is something that they can relate to, and something that they're real passionate about. But other countries, they can't do that. They have no really a way to relate to that.
Right.
A lot of my videos talk about the knives that I use, and how we can't have that knife in this country. We can't do that. I see a lot. I guess you see it a lot too if you're looking at my comments. But they can't have those guns. Zombie apocalypse. They'll all kill us because we can't have this or that. So I do get a lot of those comments. I guess I never really thought about why I get that. I never really compared my comments to some of y'all's comments. I didn't know, but I'm assuming that's why, because they just can't. They don't have the same things, so they don't have an interest like Americans do.
Or are you going to start start comparing things in liters and centimeters and kilometers next?
There are
metric on us.
There are big channels that do that. Nothing Fancy. I don't know if y'all watch his stuff.
Wash your mouth.
I don't know if you like him.
Yeah, I can't sit through a Nothing Fancy.
A lot of people. I get that reaction a lot. What was that channel that gave us a shout out like a few weeks ago? He wrote the links for all of us. And next to my name, he wrote Nothing Fancy ? Or maybe it was TNP, which is the Nothing Fancy product. But I was like, because we're both Air Force. Obviously, he's totally different than me. But
he's the Prime Marine. I like him. That's a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he's the Air Force Commando, the Air Force SEAL, I guess.
Yeah, I know he was a pilot and all that stuff, but it was kind of funny then. I put him in my related channels because a lot of the stuff that he does, like pocket dumps and stuff like that, and pocket knife stuff is stuff that I started watching whenever I got into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I just I don't know. There's I can watch some of his older videos, but anything that's come out in the last year, if he did a pocket dump, it would be a 35-minute video, and I just can't sit through that.
I watched him one time do a review on an umbrella.
Yes, I've seen that video.
Yeah, an umbrella. And that's when I went, I didn't unsubscribe. I was afraid some of my friends would know I subscribed, so I had to.
Well, you know, the other thing is I like a channel that is going to give a good, honest review. Now, if you're only going to review things you like, I know there's channels that say that if it doesn't meet such and such criteria, I'm not even going to review it. But everything he reviews is the best whatever that he's ever seen.
Yeah, he's a Chuck Woolery of the YouTube community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and look, not hating on him. There's a place for him, in here, and just because our I don't know, I really don't have anything bad to say about him. He does good reviews. I don't know that I'd run out and buy something he reviewed until I don't know if I could trust a review because I think he's kind of sold out.
Right.
I think the favorable comments were purchased in advance, and I'm not willing to sell my soul like that.
Right.
And another one I think a lot of he's clean content. This other channel I'm talking about, clean content, reviews everything they throw at him. Quality reviews. I mean, puts it through the ringer, this and that and the other. I don't ever hear him say a negative thing about anything he reviews, and that's Such. I love his channel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my name. I like Such. I watch pretty much every video of his whenever it comes out.
I like his because it's clean content. If I would put one of my children in front of that laptop, they
Right.
can watch the same review, and you don't have to worry about him getting out of the box because he doesn't cross that line ever.
He's very thorough too, and not pretentious too. I like that.
Yeah.
Another one that breaks all the rules and has a massive following, including myself, is Main Prepper. He's got a huge following. He'll ramble on for 30 minutes before he gets. I mean, just on and on and on and on and on. And you kind of have to fast forward to it and get to the back up and back up. But he's not following a pattern, and he's a massive following. And for the longest time, his videos weren't monetized. He just started monetizing them not too long ago. And so he wasn't making a nickel off of YouTube, and he had over 50,000 subs last time I checked, 60,000 I think.
He has more now.
So, great guy, ex-Special Forces First Sergeant. I mean, squared away as they get. And when he puts his name on something, I'll take it to the bank that it's going to be good to go. And because I'd bet my life on something that he put out because if it's garbage, he says it's garbage. I sent him a little Gidget that he reviewed on there, and he said, no, I don't think I trust it. Thanks, man. Thought we were boys.
I like him. I really like him. So.
Yeah, it's finding time to watch his videos though.
Yeah, he has a radio show out now too, where he's doing it. And speaking of that, our friend Handgun Newbie now is starting to become quite the little internet darling. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's at the podcast and all that going on, and God bless him for it. He's been right here with us from the beginning. We all kind of linked up about the same time, and he's staying true to his passion and his goal, and he's catching fire. He's got some great guests on his live chats Wednesday nights at 7 Central. Free plug. You're welcome. You're welcome.
What was I going to say?
Ted
I
got a text earlier.
Question to Ted.
I'm sorry, Budget. Go ahead.
Follow-up question to Ted. So you like the Main Prepper. Do you like, I think her name's the Patriot Nurse?
How do
you feel about her?
The only time I've ever seen any of her stuff was directly as a result of being referred to her by the Main Prepper. Not subscribed to her channel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know enough to form an opinion yet. So I'm gonna.
She has some good information out there, but and again, I'm not trying to speak ill of anybody, but I think it's become a little bit about the promotion for what she does now, and less about just for the good of the YouTube community. That's my perception.
Well,
I have
And
a follow-up.
the Mfile group is going to be blocked from like everybody. Nobody's going to.
Yeah, that's a lot, guys. Talk about network.
well, I tell you what, I'll
We're
never
not gonna have any network.
tell you what, I'd never sell myself out just to get some endorsements.
I do have a follow-up, but I think Jarhead 6 was asking something too. What were you saying about?
No, I was gonna say that what is that? Skinny Medic. He has a medical channel and he puts out some great information and
His stuff is great.
yeah, he has that
like
quick
every day
tips
too.
or whatever they are, and he puts out a quick tip and it's very information. And I mean, I went to I wouldn't say a lot of medical classes, but I've been through to quite a few medical classes, and you know, I exercise some of those tips that I learned through those classes in combat. I mean, you know, I know what it is to put a tourniquet. I know how it is to patch a guy that has a bullet hole, and I done those things. So I don't know, man. Some of the videos that I have watched from him, he's on point. And I don't know much about medical, but I do know how to treat for shot, and you know, that basic first initial stop the bleeding kind of thing deal. And he's I like him. That's it. That's all I have.
As an infantryman, you know, you respect your commander, but you love Doc.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we'd fist fight somebody over. We had a little medic. His name was we called him Doc Robin. Of course, you know, he was our medic. And every time we deployed or went anywhere, he went with us, and he was right there with us. And they're worth their weight in gold, man. To run.
The funny thing in the Marine Corps is that you have the green side and you have the blue side when it comes down to the Navy, because the Navy is the one that actually provides our medical needs. And it's funny to see those guys, the guys in the green side, because they're always talking like straight up BS to the guys on the blue side, because they hang around with Marines. And I mean, to the fact that if you're on the green side, you are allowed to wear the Marines uniforms as well. So that's why you see a lot of Navy guys wearing Marine Corps uniforms, because they're in the green side. They belong to a Marine Corps unit. And I got to tell you, man, if you're a doc out there, you guys are awesome, dude. They do a great job. I truly appreciate it. They do a really good job. I see them doing their job, and they're freaking fantastic. So I appreciate you guys' service for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely overlooked and forgotten about. And you know, our friend Bisquick, he has a run-in with a former artillery guy, you know, and the artillery guy is, you know, screaming up and down how hardcore artillery is, and I mean, come on now. But I mean, you just want to tell him, come on, bro.
It's funny, man. You got this guy. You know, you got those guys that are always trying to compare to each other. We all got a purpose in life, man. I don't care if you're a Marine, an Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guards. You know, if you serve your country your way, you serve your country. And I know we make fun of each other because it's fun, but in all reality, you know, I tell you what, I deployed it, 4 times? One of the times it got extended. And I went to Iraq twice. I went to Afghanistan 12 months. I was on a ship. On a carrier, you guys know that. And out of all those times, I only volunteered like twice, 2 times, or maybe 3. So there were times that I was told to go, and that's the thing. Sometimes you're gonna get told to go, and you're gonna have to go. And if you're a Coast Guard guy and they tell you, hey, look, man, you gotta go to Iraq, you're gonna go too. So I don't know. The point that I'm trying to make is some guys, they get so much into like, oh, I did this and I did that. I appreciate everybody's service. You know, I don't care who you were, their body.
I follow a Facebook. I follow a Facebook channel.
Hoorah, Air Force.
I've been recording the last 2 or 3 minutes.
I don't care if you're in the Air Force. Thank you for serving our country, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to help.
I follow a Facebook channel called 11 Bravos, and 11 Bravo, the 11B is the MOS for infantry in the Army.
Yep.
And they constantly slicing up, the other. The big quote is, "Well, we're basically like infantry." Whenever some pogue is trying to tell his girlfriend how tough he is, and my favorite one they put out lately was
Their
two
motto.
girls were talking, and one of them said, when he told me I was an MP, I told him we both should start seeing other men.
Guys, I want to let you know I just got a Facebook message from one of our followers that's been MIA for a while. I had to pick on him a little bit because I hadn't seen him probably in a couple of months. But Schmicknugan, I just kind of sent him a message on Facebook earlier saying, when you go hang out with your Mfile buddies, and he said just been busy working school. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you and I were talking on the phone, and I bet there's a girl involved in his absentee. I
Yeah.
bet there's a girl involved somewhere.
Yeah, he's what, like 20?
Oh
He's a
yeah,
young kid.
he's probably got 15 girlfriends, and he
Yeah.
doesn't tell any of them about the other ones.
That's what Ted was doing back then, back in that time.
I was a charmer, man, when I was young.
It's that Owens blood.
It was
We
bad.
can't help it.
Yeah. So, man, you guys heard about the airplane that was missing? They actually found it already?
They found it. They found the
Yeah.
debris field.
Yeah, they found some stuff. My wife was telling me about it. I mean, I watch the news, but I know they found some stuff someplace. I don't even know where. You guys haven't heard anything about it?
Yeah, they texted the families of the victims.
Yeah, classy move, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Classy
really.
move.
They what? They texted?
Yeah.
that's how they notified them. They're like,
Yeah.
Goodness, dude.
Your family
BTW.
bro.
member's dead.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Guess what? Your mom is dead. LOL.
Yeah. I mean, basically, come on, like, really? That's how you're going to notify someone? It's like,
That's horrible,
BTW.
man.
I can only do this in 42 characters or less, or geez, man,
That's horrible,
You can't say like, hey, tomorrow there's a please meet here at 10 o'clock. You couldn't have said that at 10 a.m.
Yeah, no, I guess not. So, I guess not.
Like we have information we like to get, information to get you, and then whenever everyone gathers there, they got like social workers and stuff like that.
Well, you know what? It doesn't surprise me.
Been,
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I know when somebody dies in combat, they have to shut down everything because there have been so many situations where a Marine gets killed or a military member gets killed, and then some E2, E3, even some high senior rank goes into Facebook and notify the girlfriends, and then the girlfriends tell the family, and next thing you know, you find out that your son got killed over Facebook. And it has happened many times. And I knew a couple of guys that actually got busted down, like lost rank over that. The Marine Corps doesn't play with that. I mean, there's a proper way to notify the family, and it includes a Marine in dress blues and a chaplain with you. And that's why they always tell you, if you ever see them knocking on your door, get worried. If they call you, it's not that bad. Could be bad, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what an idiot, man. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they botched that whole search up from the beginning. I mean, they didn't have any data on where the aircraft went for the longest time, and didn't have the decency, the common sense for the families to reach out to somebody that could help them, like the NTSB or somebody like that. Even China has a version of the NTSB, and China would have stepped in, and the majority of those passengers on that aircraft were Chinese. China would have probably managed this event a lot better than probably anybody in the region, and they just wouldn't relinquish control. And they come off looking like kind of buffoons out of the whole thing, and it's a horrible tragedy. But it's those things that you look on. If there is a bright side to something like this, there will be some sweeping reforms that come out of on these aircraft And part of them is going to be that there's going to be a transponder on there that you won't be able to shut off. You won't be
Right.
able to disconnect. That
Yeah.
aircraft's going to be tracked and out of your operational control once it leaves the ground. So yeah, so
Yeah, that
we'll prevent
was
this thing.
pretty amazing to me that there's actually some way in the cockpit or the flight deck, I'm sorry, in the flight deck where you can turn off the transponder. That makes no sense in the world to me.
Well, do you want me to tell you why that is?
Yeah.
Because every aircraft on the ground is going to be pinging the tower sitting there, whether under control.
Yes.
Okay.
They
That
turn
makes
it
sense.
on when they taxi, taxi out kind of stuff,
Gotcha.
and turn it off whenever they land. And then they can change it as well for different reasons.
Yeah, they can transmit emergency codes and stuff like that
Correct.
through the transponder, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
different emergency codes mean different things,
Well, they had a guy that was
7500 means hijack, and different things mean different things. 7700 means low on fuel or something.
So they were. There was a guy on, of course, probably Fox News, and he said that they could make those things so they would come on when the landing gear folded up,
It's a good idea.
and once the landing gear closed, and the transponder would come on and identify. The pilot could change those codes, but he could never turn the thing off.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And then he said that they would put because the tail section of those 777s or all the 700 series aircraft that Boeing makes, the tail section almost always survives. And so they were talking about relocating a black box to the tail section and having it in the tail section, and the tail section would be filled with a foam. So the tail section, land or water, would float, and that section with the black box would float. And always, there was even one guy said something about having a paint marker dye module on there that would continue to stain the water and that white tail aircraft while it was floating to make it more visible to night vision goggles, so they could search it at night and look for that phosphorescent dye with night vision goggles that would make it more visible to aircraft from height at nighttime.
Makes
Yep.
sense.
That's a great idea. I mean, most of these rules are. They say that it's the .65 is what it's known as. 7110.65 is the manual that governs FAA regulations when it comes to rules and things like that for both pilots need to know it and air traffic controllers. And they say that the rules and regulations are written in blood because something had to happen before they're like, what would be a good idea? This.
Yeah.
So
that's
that's where these ideas come from.
Yeah, you're exactly right. How many times we say let's do this, and they say no, let's wait, and it requires so many guys to die to actually implement that rule.
Right.
And the reason why is because it costs money. Actually,
Yeah.
if you go into physical security and you go into anti-terrorist protection and things like that, I went to several schools related to that. There is a threat, and then there is a level of that threat that commanders will take because they don't have the money to mitigate that. So at one point, for example, they actually going to have to accept that threat because they just cannot do anything about it, or they don't want to do anything about it because it's going to cost way too much money, and they need to get that money for something else. So, and the thing that happened that when an incident happened, then somebody hires usually say, well, how come we didn't do this? Oh, well, now we have to fix it, and then they're fixing. I mean, it's just how it is, man.
I think it's these measures should have already been in place. You had the Air France crash, and then you had Flight 300 off the coast of Long Island, New York. They had to hunt that stuff down, and they had to hunt that aircraft down. There's no reason for them to be hunting for a 777, a Boeing 777, on Earth. There's no reason for them to be hunting that thing. I mean, that thing should have sent off whistles, bells, alarms, star clusters. I don't know if that piece.
And maybe I need to break out a tinfoil hat, but we've got satellites that can identify people on the ground
Hey,
Yeah,
here's your
but
license
And we
plate.
can't
22,000 miles in space, and they can't find an airplane.
man,
exactly.
those guys are way too busy tracking the Alabama Owens, Van Prepper, the AMFAW guys, listening to our conversation. They have all the things to do, man. They're looking for an airplane that is lost with
But
how many hundreds of life.
but very good point that the southern Indian Ocean is the most remote place on the Earth.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to monitor the ice caps on either end because they want to watch for melting and greenhouse gases. But that little spot right there off the coast of Australia, right there where all the great white sharks live, by the way, I'm just saying, you know, there's no reason to have a satellite looking at that because there's absolutely nothing there. There's no land.
Yeah.
There's no, you know, so no. Why would you put a satellite? Why would you look at the water? I mean, you know, you can look at the water, look at the Gulf of Mexico, or you know,
Right.
you know, Lake Ray Hubbard.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, the North Platte River.
Man.
They were looking at satellite imagery. Well, if you're following the story, you probably heard all about that. You know, they're mapping out and
Right.
annotating graphics and creating graphics about like the different images that they're seeing and stuff. I forgot what else I was going to say, but yeah, there needs to be
that
something.
satellite into position, though, didn't they? It's actually looking from a different angle. You know, they just kind of turned it so it can see there. It's not in geosync above that area.
Trying to basically, there's different types of satellites. There are ones that are geosynchronous, and then there's ones that are, you know, more. There's different patterns, and there's different optical different optics that they have on there. Some of them
all right, you
make
better
a regular
stop right
pass.
there, Airman, before you get yourself in a bind.
I know what I'm saying. That's why I'm stuttering. It's sort of like, but you know, there's different things. So sometimes they position them, sometimes they pass over. But it is strange.
I think they're checking on my house right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear them usually. It's it sounds like the wind, but it's not.
I tell you what, man, I had two 53s flying today over my house, and I was trying to shoot a video, and this stupid helicopter is just flying over my house, and I just wanted like point out like go away, bro. So finally, they went away, and I mean I shoot videos with my iPhone. It's not, I mean, my Galaxy S4, so it's not like I have a high tech equipment. Yeah, I know, right? So I was like, hey, man, come on, dude. Finally, they went away, and I was able to shoot my video. So just 53s. If you never play, it's the Marine Corps Halos, and they're pretty cool, though.
I hear if you shoot in the air, they'll, you know, eventually they'll go away. It's sort of like birds, you know. They're like, oh, something's going on.
That's the
right. Nothing comes back.
Don't do it with your AR. Don't do it with your AR. Don't do it with your AR.
Right, hit them.
Yeah, use your Glock. Use your Glock. That scares them away every time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, bang, bang. What's happening?
Is that that's the Sea Stallion?
The what?
The 53?
53.
I don't know.
That's a big heavy lift, right?
That's a big one that has that nose in the front, that refuel. Yeah,
gotcha.
they got different types. They got one
that the president flies on.
Yeah,
We're talking about that.
Yeah. Those are the ones from the presidents are totally different to the ones that we fly on. They have ones. I don't remember which ones are, but they have ones that right in the middle. They lick oil, and they always tell you if it's not leaking oil, there's something wrong with it. But if you see oil coming down, it's okay. But the thing about it, man, is that you know, in Afghanistan, I go inside there because I flew all the time from base to base, you know, patrols and things like that. And I ruined my my uniforms, and I ruined my pack because it was full of oil, you know. And it's not like in Afghanistan.
That's not peculiar to the 53. That's that's pretty much anything made by that particular company.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I know it was one
Black
that didn't freaking.
Yeah. The
Black
50s
Hawk
are
is a
the same
beast.
way.
So.
But the 50s leak too.
Yeah.
Of course,
So
the
ruined
engine's
my
not
packs,
made by
ruined my uniforms, you know. So it was annoying.
Yeah, I have a very fine fondness in my heart for the UH-60 Alpha 1. Now they're what? What are they on now? The UH-60 Alpha what?
No, they're mics now.
Yeah,
Modernized.
mics. That's not all you are, Tim.
Yeah.
From alpha to mics.
Hey.
Only the National Guard has alphas now, Ted.
And it's the Zimbabwe National Guard at that. I actually the first aircraft that I had the pleasure of being on frequently was the UH-1H.
Ooh, Huey.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and I've rappelled out of Hueys actually in air assault school back in the day, and Blackhawks, and did a waterborne op, a helicasting out of a Huey in the Caribbean, and enjoyed them immensely. I like the Hueys too, I really do. Matter of fact, I'm going to look online and see if I can find a door off of a Huey, the side door, to put up on the wall of the man cave.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
So if anybody knows where I can find one, let me know.
Yeah.
And my friend Scout Gunner is going to alert on that immediately, because when I put a Huey door in the man cave, he's going to be over there leaning at it with an AR-15. Because he was a door gunner in Nam, so he'll get it. Yeah. And,
Get some.
All right, so we're going to wrap up here. We're over our time, and I appreciate everybody for hanging in with us. Sorry our guest didn't make it. We were hoping that his technical difficulties could be untangled, and I know there was we got an email here, a text message here that some folks wanting to join, and sorry, but I had that kind of slot emailed, and we'd like to keep it to 5 or less, and I didn't want to have a guest come in, and then our originally scheduled guest couldn't join because we had somebody else in his spot. So maybe next time, folks, we'll take a look at it. So any plugs? Anything going on? I think we kind of covered it all, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, it's 8:04 p.m. Central Time. All my friends are what?
Warriors,
brother.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next week, same time. I don't know. Well, let me shut it off, fellas. So we're going to stay on, I guess.
Now for part 2.
It
It really goes on.
won't let me cancel. So I mean, so
7 people
here
still
we are.
watching.
Here we are. The AMFAW Chat.
Everyone plug your ears. What do you do if it doesn't go off?
Nothing in the bottom center.
The camera icon, thanks to you.
Oh, click the camera thing again on the left-hand side.
You got to click the camera
There we
button.
go.